What's good, everyone? I wanted to do a review of Landmark's Wisdom course. For context, I've taken Landmark's, the Landmark Forum, the Advanced Course Self-Expression Leadership Program, completed a decent chunk of the Introductions Leaders Program, Communication Access to Power, one of the seminars that you get after the Landmark Forum, which is 10 weeks long, and communication power to create, and then the team management leadership program. And I'm coming back in November for the team management leadership program to coach that program. And I've also coached for the communication power to create course. So I will be doing a review of Landmark's Wisdom course, which is a course that is around like 10 months long. You only meet like together on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday once every 2 months. So there's five of those sessions that you'd be doing. So they call it like weekend one, weekend two, weekend three, weekend four, and then there's like a completing weekend as well. So yeah, it's pretty awesome so far. I'm not gonna lie, like it's actually probably my favorite Landmark course, which is crazy because I've absolutely loved all of them. The one that I enjoyed the second most was a self-expression leadership program. I really enjoyed it. Like it was pretty like easy. I would say like easy, like just enough. Right? Like it was like confronting, but it wasn't like the team management leadership program. I feel like is extremely confronting, and even though I've gotten the most breakthroughs in that, I would say like the virtual component is something that is there's a lot of pros to cons to it, right? But I would say that one has been the most confronting out of all the programs so far, and then Wisdom has been like the most relaxing, chill. A lot of people have said it's like a hot steamy bath versus the team management leadership program is more of like a cold shower. It's like smacks you in the face and wakes you up. So some of the takeaways I've gotten from the wisdom course so far is just like a lot of self-love and self-acceptance, and just noticing a lot of how I show up in the world, and instead of needing external validation, what am I doing to, or who am I being about everything, right? So it's a lot of philosophy. Werner Erhard, who's the founder of est, which is what Landmark's based on, you really are in discovery of. And for context, wisdom I would say probably has like the oldest average age of all the Landmark courses. So you are surrounded with people that have accomplished a lot, have been through a lot, and or towards like the later third of their lives. Mostly, I'm definitely one of the youngest people, not the youngest, but definitely one of the youngest. I'm 35 for context, and it's such a great course. Like I can't recommend. It's the most expensive out of all the Landmark courses so far. And even if you continue, there's partnerships, there's year-end vacation, there's like so many other courses. But the wisdom like buckets of courses is the most expensive. But it's also, in my opinion, you get what you pay for. Extremely valuable. Joyce Pike, who is our classroom leader, is such a beautiful soul, and her gentleness, like she's just, I just absolutely adore her and her wisdom. Yeah, she's brilliant. Um, so yeah, I would highly recommend it. It's hard to really describe what the course is like because it is very like experience based as of any landmarks courses, right? But I'll share with you the Wisdom Unlimited, um, so you could hear like what the actual explanation of it, and then I'll kind of go in depth as to what I. So it says generate new conversations, forward your passion, contribute to the world. So I signed up for the Wisdom Unlimited course, so that one gives you access. Like you can check out other centers as well. Um, so In this investigation over 5 weekends, we bring together the dimensions of of vision, commitment, and play for a great life, a life that contributes to all of humanity. And then you can download the brochure. I'll make sure I'll include the link to it as well, so if you want to check it out, you can. So it says participations gather in small self-select groups to work on assignments together. Um, I did the New York City one, but I went to visit the Houston one of these weekends because I wasn't able to make that date for the New York one. So there is flexibility, right? Like if you really can't make that weekend, you could choose a different one. Um, so when you click on the Wisdom Unlimited, it says Wisdom Unlimited explores the possibilities of untold joy available for the living of your whole life, and that maybe anything else is just a mistake, an oversight that's easily corrected. Um, so I would highly recommend it. Some of the exercises that we do is we have one called the originating circle, which is essentially like a visualization of a lot of the a lot of the groups that you're a part of and how it impacts the way you think, right? So for me, it's a lot of like when I was working at LinkedIn, TriNet, all of the jobs I've been a part of, my family, the Landmark community, the Tony Robbins community, the accomplishment coaching community, the next level trainings community, right? The Summit of Greatness community. So having visibility into that gives us a little bit more like, oh, okay, so these don't run your life. You just have a lot more self-awareness with everything. Another exercise that we do is called the autobiography, which is absolutely amazing. I'll show you what it looks like just so you could see. I've really, really enjoyed this exercise. Let me share my screen. So you could see that for every year of your life, there are so you could see you could do it how you want. I just created it with pictures because I feel like that represents. So this is when I was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you could see what it looks like. Fifth grade. So I still haven't completed it yet, but you really get to see some of those like memories and what I was about and what was most important to me in those years and some of those really important memories, right? Like going to Cozumel, New York was like a really big part of my life. Like winning the intramural football challenge was amazing as well. EDM was a big part of my life. When I was working at the Rutgers Cell DNA Repository, this and then when I graduated, this is when I graduated from college, and I was like, oh man, what am I gonna do with my life? And I remember interviewing the picture on the far right to go to work for the Supreme Court as a police officer, and I just remember being so honest with him, and he was like, oh well, what do you see yourself in like 5 years? And I told him and I was like, oh, I want to work for the FDA, and it's like, dude, you don't say that when you're at interviewing for so it's just some of those like funny mistakes that I'm like, oh, okay, well, lesson learn that I can't always be 100% honest, right? Especially when you're interviewing at the job and you're talking about your dream scenarios to work somewhere else and leverage that as a foot in the door. It's like hilarious that I did that. You can see friendships was always is like a really big part of my life and just being silly. My wife now, but we spent a lot of time together going to Vegas, really enjoying that nightlife and enjoying just like clubbing and music. So yeah, you get the drift. So that's one of the exercises that you do. And then there's another one. So there's a lot of books that you read as well. So there's a bibliography of a lot of like philosophy types of books and books that help you think a lot of different frameworks that will help you really, I just like pique your curiosity, right? So overall, I think the wisdom course is amazing. If anyone else is curious or is interested in it, reach out to me. You can come as a guest for free. We have two more events that you can come. One in October and one in November. If you want to come check that out, please reach out to me. Cheers, everyone.